Dad is 89. There was a rumor that he was 90, but after doing the math, we figured out he was really 89. So we got that figured out. He is 25 years older than I am, so I had to put my St. Louis Park math to work. And wait a minute, it's not working out right. So he's 89. Father of 3, grandfather of 9, great-grandfather of 3. So, been a busy guy. And because he's 89, what does that mean? That means that me, my brother Tom, and wherever Julie is, we're getting kind of old too. Dad's always been there for me, and I know the whole family. The thing that came to mind is I was in the hospital a few years ago, and in and out of consciousness, and I would wake up and there'd be Dad sitting there, and I'd go back to sleep for a couple hours, and wake up, there he'd be there again, and my wife would be there, and I'd go back to sleep, and wake up, well, there he'd be again. So, very, very supportive. But I've got a couple of things that maybe nobody knows. A couple of sayings that Dad has used, and I use them, and I'm sure my sons will use them. And he, usually to me and Tom, I don't think Julie got too much trouble, but so one of it was, if we got into trouble, we'd go, what the hell were you thinking? What the hell were you thinking? Oh, that's right, you weren't thinking. And the other one, which I use a lot around where I work, is I can't make you do it, but I can make you wish you had. And a few other memories comes to mind. We're 3 kids and Mom and Dad in a 66 Ford Galaxy in the mid-60s, driving to the Custer battlefield. And the only issue was when we drove through Rapid City, the bank thermometer said 110 degrees. But we went to the Custer battlefield anyway. Dad was out there tromping around in shorts and black socks, and we made it there. Could have been the same trip, or maybe a later one, camping in Yellowstone. And we were in a tent. And in those days, the bears were roaming around all the time. We had one come up to the side of the tent, was rubbing up against the tent fabric and shaking the tent. And Dad always brought the big tire iron from the Ford inside, and he clubbed the bear right through the can. And everybody went back to sleep. And when I was a kid, I had a Volkswagen, and I did some modifications to it that made it pretty fast, and it was red, and it sounded fast, and we traded cars one weekend. I was going up hunting with some buddies, and so Dad and Mom were in the Volkswagen. I think that's when you got a speeding ticket that day, didn't you?
I got chased, but
You got chased.
I outran the kid. It was souped up.
And like I've been telling you for years, I checked on the Smucker's jelly jar. So you're 89, you have 11 years to go. All right, and Willard Scott doesn't do it anymore, but Al Roker has taken over on NBC. So 11 years from now, when you get your picture on Smucker's jelly jar, and everything will be good. Guys only need to get to 100. Women's like 110. Men's 100, so that's it.
Oh, son, thanks a lot. Thanks for that.